Hello everyone, welcome back to Sri Lankan Geek Show. So, Sumudu,
Yeah.
How have you been? What's up with you in the last week?
So I have been doing fine, and so before starting off this episode, so last week we weren't able to record, so we had a few urgent work to be attended. So actually we didn't have much time to dedicate for recording one episode, so we had to skip it. So we will try to be consistent for hereafter. So we will always try to record one episode per week. And about my week, so it's been a little bit chaotic. So with the work and the other personal commitments, so it's been a tough week.
So in the last week, Sumudu, were you able to visit Nelumkulana or book fair?
Neither of them.
So these days, those are the two main attractions for everyone. book fair or Nelumkulana.
Yes. So what about you? How have you been?
So I was able to go to the book fair this time.
It started on Thursday or Friday, right? I think Friday.
So I went there on second day. That means Friday they have started. Last Friday, 16th Friday.
Mm-hmm.
So I went there on 17th. It was very crowded, but I must say, like when compared to the previous years, like the books are not available much. Like I tried to find a few books, but I couldn't find any of those. When I asked, they said they were out of stock.
I think due to the paper shortage.
Due to the paper issue, paper shortages, they were not able to print. So that's the story behind the book fair. And the other tea shops, everything, like they were all the same.
As usual.
The only difference was
no books.
No books. There were like huge crowd. Like
I think that's because
more than the last time.
Saturday, right? So
Saturday, and even in the last time there were some issues with the COVID.
There were restrictions.
Maybe, but there were restrictions. But now everyone has forgotten that era. So now they were having foods everywhere. Like I saw most of the people even didn't wear any mask, and even the book, the holes and everything, like they doesn't follow any of the precautions. Like they were not available any hand sanitizers, any place to wash hands. There were a lot of places we can drink water, but nothing else. That's about book fair.
I think this paper shortage has affected a lot. So not only about those novels and stuff, there have been a shortage in revision papers and stuff also. So one of my relatives is doing A-level this time, so he mentioned that there is a shortage, and he also said that he will be visiting book fair today to find whether there are any books or revision papers that are like published, so we can directly go and get it from the publishing. So I'm not sure whether he got them.
So. Most of the time all stock remains were there. There are no any new prints. I think after 2021 there were no any new prints. Like most of the prints was the remaining stocks of the previous years. What to do? We'll see in the future.
So what about the Lotus Tower? Were you able to visit it? You would have gone.
You know, we had this story. Like
you could have gone yesterday after the book fair. You could have and visited the Tausisa.
Tausisa. Like I'm kind of interested to visit.
I think for 500
Tower.
entrance we can wait there for 20 minutes, right? That's what I got to know. Or for 500 we can just only go up and come down. Is it?
500 for one visit, right?
Yeah, one visit. I think we can only stay up for a limited time up there.
I see. I didn't know that.
And one of my friends said there is a limit, like ticket issuing limit also. So like based on the calculation, they can like only afford around 1,400 visits per day or something. So there is a limit of issuing tickets also.
Right. I thought there were any weight restrictions on Lotus Tower.
Yeah, there might be like there can be only limited number of people on top at a time.
At one time, right? Right.
And like the day that we went closer, I saw in one billboard they have mentioned around 1,400 tickets will be issued today or something like that.
Right.
So
I don't know, like now in the last few months I didn't saw any lights in Lotus Tower, but the last time I went there I saw some different colorful lights.
Let's see. I don't think that it will be a huge benefit for Sri Lankan economy, but let's hope tourists will come to visit. Because in Sri Lanka, like mostly tourists come to visit the ancient and the natural, like natural things in Sri Lanka. So I don't think they will specifically come to watch this, because in their countries there are many buildings taller than ours.
That's the main attractions in Sri Lanka, like the ancient and the very old relics.
And the natural resources like the forests, waterfalls, beach.
Yes, exactly. Yes. So if we compare to Singapore, like Singapore doesn't have any of these, like natural waterfalls, forest. Actually, it's a empty land. Like they have created everything artificial.
So same goes
even
to
though
Dubai.
There are, yes, exactly, artificial waterfalls, forest, and everything. And like most of the Asians visit Singapore, but most of the European people come to Sri Lanka, not Singapore. So as you mentioned, like Lotus Tower will not attract any of the valuable
so it will be like circulating internal money. Like we will be going there and it will be that's the only thing.
It's just a circulation. Money circulation to the government and back to the people.
So fingers crossed. So let's hope our economy will revive, and the next book fair there will be new prints also.
Exactly.
So
that's my wish.
Was it worth it? Was the visit worth it? Were you able to get what you were looking for from the book fair?
Actually, my main goal was not visiting the book fair. I went somewhere else, but when I'm coming back, I visited the book fair. So no losses at all. But if I really plan it and went for focusing the book fair, like it's a waste of visit. I should say, because due to the lack of books and huge crowd, I was not happy. That's a story. Can you remember, like we talked about electric vehicles?
Electric vehicles and EV industry.
So in the last week, only I knew that a Chinese company, they called GAC AION, AION, GAC AION. They like the company was able to create a vehicle that it can charge 30 to 80% in 8 minutes.
8 minutes.
So that was a world record. And
what's the like charging rate of Tesla superchargers? So this should be faster than that, right?
Exactly. So according to them, like this is the world fastest charging. So they could charge 400 kilometers in 8 minutes.
The Tesla like supercharge is advertising that they can charge up to 200 miles in 15 minutes of charge. So
15 minutes.
200 miles.
200 miles in the sense like 1.6, 60, 63.
It's around 320
kilometers. 20 kilometers. and it still takes 15 minutes, but this one 8 minutes. So actually this was a very turning point, I guess. Now most of the time, like the EV vehicles have this time issue. Like
that's one of the like cons of limitations that
main cons.
That and the range,
because the people who are using petrol and diesel vehicles, they were not able to shift their vehicles to EV because this charging time. But
so is it still at a prototype stage or?
No, actually they were in production level. But the charger is kind of bit complex because they had to use some liquid cool up to the port, like when you are plugging the charger, like there is a liquid cooling system from charger to plug as well. According to them, like they have manufactured this to different places, and but the problem is still there are no all the cars doesn't support this. Some batteries and battery management systems, like they are not supporting to this much of power. So there are very limited number of EVs that exist supporting this kind of fast charging. But in the future, like there will be definitely. So the same company, they are also manufacturing Aeon cars, like they calling it Aeon, AION. So all the cars they manufacture like supports this kind of fast charging, and like it's like amazing, like 30 to 80% in 8 minutes, like 400 kilometers. It's like super practical.
So talking about this charging time issue, like one thing I remembered is, can you remember that in the early days Tesla had a concept of swapping batteries? I don't know whether you can remember that. So like they advertised it. I think they didn't implement it in production level, but there was a concept. I'm not 100% sure whether this was brought up by Tesla, but in that concept, what they mentioned is, like, if you want to quickly get a full charge battery, we can go to that battery station, and once we park it, the machine comes and removes the existing battery and plugs in a new battery with not a new battery, a battery with 100% charge. So that station will charge our battery and will plug it in another car when that is 100% full. So that was
shareable.
It's like a battery swapping plant. So as I can remember, this was brought up by Tesla in the beginning. But recently I saw a video why that project doesn't cannot be used in the practical environment, because the cars can have different health in battery. So my car can have a battery with 100% health, and when I swap my battery, that it would be from an old car which doesn't and also it is very difficult to store those batteries in one place and charge them and maintain. So I think that's why they have moved away from that concept. So
there are a lot of practical issues.
So from the beginning of EVs, so there have been different approaches in addressing this. So the only way is, I think, improving the battery technology and improving the charging charging speeds,
capabilities.
And also
they
will try to improve the ranges also, so that will reduce the amount of charging that is needed.
Even this Amazon, Walmart, they are also moving their delivery vehicles to EV now. I think in America, Amazon have 100% converted to EV deliveries, EV, using EV vehicles. Their goal was to minimize the delivery cost to more than 80%. And the vehicle maintenance and everything, they were super cheap in EV vehicles.
Yeah, there is no maintenance, like only repairs.
Yeah, no maintenance. Yes, only the tires and battery. But even the battery, like they were guaranteed to use it more than 8 to 10 years. So according to their calculations, the vehicle body will fall off than before the battery. So actually they are not planning to use single vehicle more than 5 years, I guess. But still like no maintenance cost. Like even the vehicle has lot of technologies, like they can park automatically, find places, like navigation's inbuilt, like everything was like very functional vehicles. You know this for the Amazon. Have you heard the Rivian car company?
Yeah.
They were the one who built the vans for the Amazon.
Rivian R1 or something, right? The truck that they launched.
The truck, their first vehicle. It was a very successful vehicle, as I know. Most of the reviews that I saw.
I even watched few reviews. Did you see that video? That event where did you were you able to watch that event where they took reviewers into a road trip where they went off road? And
I saw the there were 8 to 10 vehicles, right?
I think more than that. And many YouTubers also went on that road trip.
Yes,
even
Zach. I saw the documentary.
And he punctured one tire also. Can you remember that?
Yes.
Jerry Riggs. And
the most amazing part was they even after the whole trip that they went through the full off-road, their battery was 30 to 40 percent drained. More than 50% remained after the trip. So that is one of a good thing that I saw in Rivian. Even using 4x4 capabilities throughout the trip. I thought more than 80% of the battery will drain. But
so with the conversion for electric vehicles, and since we are keeping the same body and shape, there has been lot of room in electric vehicles, right? Because in a gasoline powered vehicle there are a lot of components needed to function the vehicle, but in here when compared to that, there is only a small number of components required, and the largest component, I think largest and heaviest component, is the battery. So other than that, all the other components are very simple. So when if we take the Rivian for comparison, so there are a lot of utility space in there is a front, there is the rear bed, and in the mid, in between there is a hole also, and I think they advertise few accessories, like we can add a sink and a microwave or something, not microwave, I think a cooker, and we can use that to cook stuff also. So along with electric vehicles, I think there are many other innovations coming around it as well.
Even the Ford Lightning.
F-150.
F-150.
Did you see that we can power an entire house for around 2 weeks with the battery? They advertise something like that.
Exactly. Very excellent innovations. Very suitable for country like Sri Lanka. With the power cuts and all. And even within the last week, Jeep brand, they also has released 4 vehicles, EV vehicles, with all the even the Wrangler, their famous model, its latest version is EV.
So most of the companies are moving towards EV right now.
Yes, to EV. Their marketing strategies now it's the Jeeps are not 4x4. Now Jeeps are 4xe. I saw the advertisement and everything. It was super attractive. The Jeeps are going here and there with all full EV. There's only one model it's a hybrid model. The driver can manually switch to EV and the engine as they want, but all the other 3 models are full EV. And one of them it's very I think 7-seater or something. Its range was more than 600 miles, which means like nearly 800 to 900 kilometers.
Yeah, right. I think more than that, right?
Yes,
around 960 kilometers.
Yeah, 960. So, they have targeted into different regions. Like for some regions, they are releasing their hybrid model. For some regions, they are releasing their full EV models. Like that, region by region, they are focusing different models. So, but the thing that we need to focus is like even the Jeep brand also moving to EV. So within I guess within 3 years to 4 years, I don't know, like 100% of the
newly production cars will
vehicle
be EV.
Vehicle manufacturers will move to EV. Like they were like
I think
even now Toyota also converted to hydrogen and EV.
I think currently, like each and every big brands, I think at least they produce at least one EV model per year.
Yes.
Release one EV model. So even Hyundai have a few EV models. Have you seen the Ioniq 5?
Yes.
That's I very like the design of it. So it's like like out of the cyberpunk. It's very futuristic.
So MKBHD, like Marky Brownlee, like he also started the EV vehicle review channel.
It's not like I think it's not a EV vehicle channel. Like you are talking about the autofocus channel, right? He's doing using his mobile phone and stuff without using the professional cameras. It's not focused towards EV. I think he just wanted to generally review vehicles and stuff.
I see. Okay. So he's posting his video on main channel and the autofocus.
It's an extended thought of his. Like he can freely talk about. That's what he said.
Yes.
He did few vehicles, right? On that, he did a Nissan something, right? Recently.
Yes, Nissan. And before that, when I watched this Nissan vehicle review, I saw this Honda Ion review as well.
Honda Ioniq.
Ioniq, sorry.
Honda Ion is in Sri Lanka, but not the Ioniq. Did he do one in the autofocus channel? No, right? He did in his main channel.
Maybe. I can't remember the channel name, but I saw the review.
His videos are like the flow that he's presenting is very good. So like before starting up, he said that there are like few boxes that he's checking on each and every EV vehicle, and then he explained why the vehicle ticks those boxes and whether to buy it or not. So like it's very educational.
The last one was the Nissan. I can't remember the name.
It's Nissan Area or something. Area.
Yeah.
It's like a bigger version of the Leaf.
Yes. He also point out the some disadvantages of the dashboard. Everything like.
They have moved everything to capacitive touch buttons, right?
Yes.
And he suggested to get the Ioniq 5 over this, as I can remember.
Yeah. So he compared the Nissan vehicle to Ioniq 1. And Ioniq 1, it's kind of a budget vehicle, right? Compared to the other.
It's like the most approachable vehicle, EV vehicle currently, I think.
So the other problem is the price. Like it said, the EV vehicles are kind of very expensive. All the brands, like when they create a EV vehicle, it's a price increase than their normal models.
So
I don't know in the future.
In the future, when like electric vehicles come to mainstream market, I think the prices will go down, and I don't think we'll be able to, like in Sri Lanka we won't be able to purchase electric vehicles for some time.
Yeah, competition is still building up. So,
Yeah.
so still every company, like even though they have manufactured, they are not targeting their main profit from the EV vehicles.
Yeah.
They are just manufacturing and like trying to fix the issues and continuing the flow.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
I think even Elon Musk has spoken about releasing a more affordable Tesla model, I think, or reduce the prices in the future. So currently still each and every, like Tesla is like a mainstream electric vehicle company, but other companies are still experimenting out on this domain. So in the future, with the advance of the technology, I think this technology stuff will be like more affordable than for the companies also. Because of that, the prices will be reduced in the future.
So we can expect Alto version of the Tesla.
So yeah, when the technology becomes mainstream, even so like the Maruti Suzuki brands will also start to push out electric vehicles. So,
yes, exactly. Yeah. Otherwise, they can't survive.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah.
So, like talking these EV vehicles, like there were huge discussion, like behind this, the power that they need, like which means like the electricity. Like the discussion was like, can America handle the rise of electric cars? So what do you think? After 10 years, there will be some percentage of electric cars in Sri Lanka as well.
Yeah.
Can Sri Lanka handle this kind of huge requirement of electricity?
In the current context, I don't think Sri Lanka will be able to. So if Sri Lanka government has has a plan of supporting EV vehicles in Sri Lanka, I think they should try to start building up steps and have a plan properly. So either they should start on building up solar power plants or something, and charging stations which uses solar. So
yes,
there should be some initiatives before importing or before going to EV. So if not, like we won't be able to, with the current power shortages we have, I think we don't be able to cater the requirement.
Yeah, the same answer given by the some minister in America. Like he also said, each charging station is even not connected to the main grid of the America. Like they were functioning on their own, like using the regenerative electricity, like you said, solar, on some parts of the America, like using the wind power, and like the charging stations surviving on their own. So in that case, even Sri Lanka is very capable of using sunlight, and even we have sea waves. Even though like we doesn't use the sea waves, but in some countries sea waves are used to generate the electricity. Definitely, if we are planning to move ahead with electric cars, like definitely there should be a way that we can generate the power using sunlight, wind, or some regenerative way. Otherwise, from the grid, I don't think even the existing requirement cannot be fulfilled. So yeah, definitely.
So with the looking at how the car manufacturers push EV, I think EV will be the next big thing, and within like around 10 to 15 years, I think most of the countries like America and stuff, they will avoid any fossil vehicles going on gasoline, right? So
yeah, because in most of the countries their main, like one of the main expenses is gasoline.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, even in Sri Lanka, like, Sri Lanka pays like, a lot of money to import diesel and petrol.
Yeah.
But converting to EV vehicle for the beginning of the time, like it's
building up the infrastructure, I think there is a huge
Yeah.
cost on that.
huge cost, but
In the long
on the
run,
go,
yeah.
it's a very exactly.
So
Long run, it's very
But-
profitable.
Yeah.
Transportation.
So some in one news article, not a news article, I think it's a blog or something I read, like in the future vehicles will also be like the computers that we will using. So it will be something that's disposable and that we will have to dispose at some time. So currently vehicles are something which is mechanical, so we can repair and reuse, and we keep the vehicles on the road for a long time. So when these vehicles convert in like change into something like a computer, then they have pointed out that the vehicles will also count towards e-waste now in the future.
Yes,
So
yes,
something I
exactly.
want to point out. So if we talk about the batteries that they are using, so one day we'll have to get rid of them. So that's up to the e-waste. So both ways it will harm the earth, harm the environment passively or actively. So
Yes, exactly.
burning fossil will actively like add gas and carbon dioxide to the atmosphere, but in like indirectly using EV vehicles also in the long run will damage the environment. Even though we say that it's going green, someday we will have to remove these, get rid of the batteries,
Yes,
and
this
also
wastage.
and also if the vehicle is a full set of a computer, at one point we won't be able to reuse and we won't be able to rerun it. So if it is fully made of circuits and stuff, so we'll have to get rid of those also. So that also
Yes, exactly.
independently.
So these EV vehicles like could be greener than fossils, but it's not 100%.
So until teleportation is introduced, there is always some damage that is made to the earth.
Like teleportation in the sense like if it discovers through the science, there could be some
that also can
like that.
can be
teleports like stations here and there, and a lot of EV waste afterwards.
That also. So I think this is like a phase change, right? So the vehicle started with fossil and stuff, and now it is slowly moving towards EV. And I think in few like 100 years there will be something they will move on to. So the Toyota and those few companies pushed hydrogen, right, as you mentioned.
Hydrogen.
That didn't work out that
Hydrogen.
much.
Like now even when we talk about this regenerative electricity, now the things comes into our mind is like sunlight, wind, and sea waves kind of things. Now in a movie, in a sci-fi movie, I saw the few scientists like trying to generate electricity using like the earth has few magnetic waves, through using those magnetic waves. like if we could do something like that, like they are like what they are targeting is like they wanted to create a small infinity power. Exactly. Small unit, and when it switch on, like it generates power using the earth's magnetic. Kind of like if we were able to, like in the future, like we don't know like the science what will happen in the future.
So there are like so similar to vehicles, there are different phases in regenerative power also.
So all of these are like interconnected. Like when the battery technology is improved, like it comes to the transportation as well. Like when the you know, like now in few years back, like if you want to keep a vehicle in a lane, there were a lot of sensors. Like we have to like mechanically we have to fix different sensors here and there, and likewise. But now the all of these controls using one sensor which do the image processing. Yeah, so likewise the things are getting improved. Like using these image processing and AI and everything, like now all of these new EV vehicles, like they can drive itself for few miles. Like I saw one of the EV vehicle, we can record now when we are coming to the near to the house, we can record, go to the garage and park it and every time when we come near to the house, we can automate it, and vehicle park itself to the garage, and like it doesn't do the exact way, but it could there are a lot of sensors and everything, like it checks the surrounding and everything, and
I think I saw this technology in one of the BMW X7 series also. So this is not like limited. These technologies are not limited to EV vehicles in particular. So with the development of these sensors and the proximity sensors, the image processing, the radars and stuff, they have improved these things. So I saw like we can record the steps and it will redo it every time by checking the surroundings and all.
Now in this vehicle, Sumudu, like it doesn't replay the same steps. Like it just want to know like
the location,
what is the main course, like and it follows the few points, like even the car is in the other direction, and it know like the car should do a U-turn and come back to the garage. Likewise, like it's bit of improved version of what you said. And I think even this vehicle, the EV vehicle that I said, like it doesn't have lot of sensors. Like it has only normal cameras and one radar system in the front. I think that's all. Even these kind of things, like I think it's bit of easy to fix these two EV vehicles rather than
the whole EV. Whole EV vehicles are can be controlled from the computer. So I think that is very advantageous when it is compared to normal gasoline vehicles. There are many units in a normal gasoline vehicle. So like even if you want to repair our existing vehicle, like if you want to repair or check all the units functionality from A to Z, we'll have to at least visit to 10 workshops, because there are 10 different types of units in the vehicle.
Units working together.
Like totally out of the domain. So like one works independently and the other works that way. So in a EV vehicle, I don't think there is that much of a complexity. And
no, not at all. Like the main moving parts are the only two motors. Every other things are sensors and circuits. So we can debug the issue very easily. Like we can scan the vehicle and we can replace the unit. So in the future, like the repairs and everything will take only 2 to 3 minutes.
Everything is being replaceable. So we can diagnose from the scan whether what's the issue. So I think the vehicle itself will report. So and
exactly.
I saw in one tweet, I'm not sure whether this was a joke made by Elon Musk. I'm not 100% sure whether I saw that in a tweet or in some meme or something. But I saw that it said that the Teslas can now order and schedule the service maintenance by itself. So order parts by itself and also schedule the maintenance if required by itself.
And I don't know, like I think I saw the same thing and using the card, like it
it would automatically made the purchase order
service
also.
parts
Yeah.
and everything. Vehicle is now becoming a family member.
Yeah. So it's basically like a computer on wheels. So it knows what,
Yes, exactly.
and it's a very high tech computer which can process a lot of things. So in the new Tesla Model S, not only in the new model Tesla S, even the Tesla Model 3 and all also can, like, if there is a package where we can upgrade to where we can play games on the car. So it's that much of powerful, the computer inside the car. We can play high demanding games on it. while we wait for the vehicle to charge, we can leisurely play games, and we can also use the steering wheel of the car to control the game in, like, car in game also.
I like a joystick.
Yeah.
My god, I didn't do that.
The computers are becoming very powerful in cars, so it's basically like a computer on wheels, high tech computer on wheels. So, like, the early there might be many problems during the early adopting stages, because like in normal day-to-day usage, so we are used to not replace everything. So in normal gasoline cars, we can, like, if we do the maintenance properly, we can drive the car for a long time without replacing huge units. But in electric vehicles, so if a water damage or if something happen, we will, I think, have to replace that whole unit to get it to function properly. So that's there.
So maintenance cost can be expensive on some points. Even the suspension, the wheels, like those kind of mechanical it's still the same, I guess.
One of my friends said that when it compared to normal vehicles, since Teslas have those regenerative brake and stuff, the brake pad wear is very minimum, so we don't have to, like,
yes.
replace brake pads more often. So likewise, there are still differences.
But the shocks and everything, like, it depends, right?
So if we were to, if I was living in one of those developed countries where, like, we have support for EVs and stuff, I think I would go for an EV. So I would definitely go for an EV. And in other countries, I think they are promoting EVs. So if we drive EV, there are like reimbursements that the government also provide us, and we can, like, get, like, payment plans for those EVs also. So owning EV, I think, is very beneficial if you are living in a developed country. So unfortunately, we are still living in a developing country, so we can't have those benefits.
This is a developing country, Sumudhu. Like, even when I'm born.
Developing countries for 2,500 years.
Even when my father is going to school, it's a developing country. I don't know whether still it's a developing country or something else.
Now slowly developing country now. Due to the current
I don't see even slowly.
So
broken country.
I think Sri Lanka also should take initiatives and get the help from other countries to move into these EV vehicles and build the infrastructure around it. Because, like, yesterday I had a conversation with one of my friends, and, like, he was telling that in other countries the governments are pushing towards EV stations and building them, but in Sri Lanka we are still finding foreign companies to come and build petrol stations in Sri Lanka and open them. So,
and Sri Lankan government, like, giving different conditions. Like, if you are buying EV, you have to buy solar panels as well.
We have to charge by ourselves.
And it cannot charge through the grid and lot of restrictions.
So I think the government has priorities than looking into EV projects, but once this economical issue is sorted, I think it's better if the government can invest on those also. So since
I think
now already
the
since
most benefits.
the vehicle import is banned, so when lifting, the government can restrict only to import electric vehicles.
Yeah, it's a very good option, and the benefits are coming back to the government as well.
Yeah.
The low fuel usage, and even the maintenance parts may also very minimal compared to the other vehicles. There are a lot of benefits as well.
So in countries like America and stuff, I saw a video. I can't remember the channel. So it's a educative type channel. So with animations and stuff. So they showed how goods are transported, like how a delivery is made from one end to the other end in America. So it's a long process when it is compared to Sri Lanka. So Sri Lanka is a very small country, but in America they have to ship the item from one airport to the airport, and then there are long haul vehicles, so those truckers, so they will like drive the truck for 12 or like around one day and transport it to that hub. So likewise, it's a long journey how a product can be shipped from one location to another location. So due to that, I think those countries have a huge requirement of fossil fuels like gasoline stuff because of those. So there is a huge culture also for truckers in those countries. So that's why I think they are like moving towards EV. Like that's why they are like one main.
Tesla may have.
They have
trucks, right?
They have not yet produced them in production level. I think they have revealed that they are going to build a truck. I saw a
video one of the Tesla truck going on road.
I think they are testing it. You're not talking about the Cybertruck, right? You're talking about that long haul.
No,
Prime
not Cybertruck.
Prime.
Yeah, exactly. The container.
Type one. So in Sri Lanka, there aren't like that much of a gasoline requirement compared to those countries, but Sri Lanka also do have like containers and stuff moving through the country.
Yes.
We can. I think like in one day, EV vehicles will come to Sri Lanka. So as we spoke, it will be mainly the electric vehicles that are made by Asian companies. So similar to like Altos. So in the future, there will be electric vehicles in Sri Lanka.
Yes.
But
so
there will be other vehicle types
China
also. But mainly in the future, if everything goes to EV, then there will be those companies selling vehicles to us. At one point, I think the fossil fuels will run out, and I saw in some documentary that the countries which rely on selling fossil fuels have started looking into other income sources.
Exactly. I also heard the same news. Because their main source is for fossil fuel, and like without having the income of those, like they couldn't survive. And even like due to the environmental conditions, like they can't grow anything, and like actually there are no any other way that they could make money. The only option is tourism. They are in a big trouble when if the whole world turns into
still I think there will be like few requirements of fossil fuel, because in factories and stuff there will be some stuff that will need fossil fuel, but eventually they will also be converted into electric, or some other technology because of this shortage stuff. So currently the estimation is that fossil fuels will be completely depleted by 2060. Hopefully we will live by that. So to see, so like developed countries such as America, Canada, Australia, and other European countries, they are on their way to move to EV. So what I want to watch is what our countries will do, like Asian countries will do in the event of the fossil fuels being totally depleted. So like there will be no other option, so they will have to somehow move to EV. So I want to know how our countries will handle that. So currently they don't have any clear path on that. So
yeah. So in a normal way, now the behavior of the Sri Lankan government is to wait until it collapses. That's the way they usually do. So they will wait until everything will collapse, and
so there will be like gasoline
story.
vehicles on road stuck without fuel.
Yeah. Like so it happened, right?
Yeah.
We have experience.
We have prior experience
For few weeks. Lot of queues and the vehicles were everywhere.
And I think there will be like local conversion initiatives also, right? So I can remember in one era there was an approach to convert 3 wheels to electric or gasoline, gas. I can't remember properly. Either electric or either gas, LP gas. So
yes, LP gas.
I think some vehicles got converted to LP gas as well, right? But there were a few burning issues and stuff. They had to cancel it.
Yes. Yeah. I was able to drive a car which converted to gas. A petrol car that which converted to gas, and there is a gas cylinder in the trunk.
Yeah. I have seen those vehicles.
But the problem is there is a huge performance depreciation. When it using gas, actually it feels like the pickup and everything is like reduced drastically.
So they are converting to gas by using the same gasoline engine, or are they replacing the engine as well?
Yeah. No. Same gasoline engine. I think using some device like pumps the gas into the engine, but it can use petrol as well. Like the driver can switch back and forth, petrol or gas. I don't know how it works in mechanically, but when it switched to gas, like even like you can't climb up a mountain as well. It's like,
so it's like a
going to stuck
early version of hybrid, but using gas instead of an electric motor.
Yes.
So there will be such initiatives. So I think there will be local workshops that put motors in our cars. So like I'm very eager to see how our countries will handle that. So in America, Canada, so there is a clear path and clear. So now currently they are like going through those phases and moving into EV. But Sri Lanka, there is no clear path. The only thing is that they are allowing foreign workers to import EVs, which doesn't make any sense. But let's see.
So normally, Samudhu, now when we convert this petrol cars to EV, what they are doing is like they are using the existing drivetrain and they are replacing the engine with the motor. So in that case, if there are some inefficiency in EV vehicles, like complete EV vehicles, when the companies are manufactured, like there were no any gear systems or like any of the drivetrain between the motor and the wheels. Everything is controlled through electrically, the power and everything. So when we converted an existing vehicle, like in a very basic way, there could be some efficiency.
I think there will be many efficiencies. So if you are using if you are transferring the power through the transmission and all, so there will be load, right?
Yeah, definitely. The miles can be, the range can be minimized, and there are some, there could be some issues because there are a lot of moving parts.
And also, like, the vehicle can be unsafe also, because like if the manufacturer intend to for that vehicle to be an EV, they have like found the ideal spot to place the battery and how to distribute the weight and all. So they are building it in a safe manner. So if we just plug a battery and just an EV motor, it can be very unsafe also, because there are high voltage of current moving through the vehicle. So
yes, exactly. let's see. There could be some different options as well.
Yeah.
So I think before converting petrol into EV, like it could be easy to convert a complete EV vehicle from a hybrid car. The hybrid system already there are some EV components now. So we can use the existing one and convert a full EV vehicle from a hybrid.
The issue is like in hybrids also, like mostly the electric engine is there for assist, so it's like we can't travel highway speeds by using the electric motor. There are such inefficiencies, so we'll have to like either replace the motor with a more powerful one or something like that. Let's see. So I think like since Sri Lanka has already banned the import of vehicles, so it's better if they can like only allow electric vehicles in the future. But to do that, like they should at least build the infrastructure around it. So it's not like we can't import a vehicle, and if we can't like go around the island, it is no use. So like currently if we like buy, so for example if we buy a Leaf, I don't know the exact numbers of the range, but let's assume that in one charge we can go 100 kilometers. So we can't use that vehicle for a road trip because in Sri Lanka, like if you want to go and go to Goal and come back to Colombo, there will be a lot of kilometers only. So either we'll have to take the wall adapter and go at some place and charge it in middle. Currently there are no option for that, right? So,
yes.
For city use, I think Leafs are the good option. Yeah. And in our area also there is one fast charging station, so where we can pay and charge. It's in K-zone. So there in the parking area there is, I think at one we can charge around 4 or 5 vehicles. So similarly in Colombo city center also we saw one.
Exactly.
I think it's a universal charger, right? So we can charge any electric vehicle.
Yes. It's a common point. Actually, for current standards, there are 2 different ports. One is used for fast charging and the other one is for normal charging. The round one is the normal charger. So in fast charging, they are using a flat kind of a port. So it exists only supports the fast charging.
So all vehicles have outlets for both, right? So universal one.
No. That's what I said. Like the vehicles which supports fast charging have these both charging ports. The normal standard is the round pin. The leaf. This
plug-in BMWs and stuff.
Plug-in, everything has the normal round pin.
I think when it comes like in Tesla, they are using their own charging system, right? Similar to like the OnePlus using dash charging system. So Tesla have their own.
Is it?
Yeah, I think so. It's not compatible with. I'm not sure.
With the other cars. Is it?
I'm not 100% sure, but I don't know. That's it.
I think it's a waste of resource. Tesla should support other EV vehicles as well. I mean the charging stations. They could.
They support other vehicles, but other vehicles can't be charged from a Tesla charging station. Something like that. So there is some incompatibility. I can't remember. I think we can charge a Tesla by any charging station. Yeah. I think we can charge. So did you watch that there was a experiment done by MKBHD, like going a road trip using a Tesla, then a Ford Mustang, the electric Ford Mustang, and then on Audi Q5 or something. And he recorded like they did an analysis and they reviewed the experience on it about the charging networks and the charging and the range anxiety and how fast we can go and come when it compared to in a petrol car. So it's a fun video.
I think I have watched it.
Yes. They made a video on the main channel and they recorded the whole thing as a documentary not a documentary, like a vlog style in their studio channel. It was very fun to watch. I think they went to Niagara Falls or something and came back.
Ford Mustang, the cost is very high, but it was quick, right?
I can't remember.
In the end, I can remember the summary was the petrol car is very expensive, and
it was very quick. Petrol car was very expensive.
Yeah, because that electric vehicle has to wait nearly 1 hour to charge. So in that case, but the cost is like there are a huge gap between the.
I think Tesla got the second place. Like MKBHD drove the Tesla as I can remember. He drove his one, the Blade one. I think it got the second place, and the people who drew the Ford Mustang Mach-E, they the map didn't show the charging station properly, and when they went to the charging station that was showed, the charging station that didn't work or something, so they had to reroute again. So and they missed the first evening. I think they reached the first destination very late night. So there are problems like that. So like in those countries we can go on road trip because there are charging stations in each malls, and like there are malls in each city. So in Sri Lanka there aren't. So
yeah, actually in Sri Lanka, if the car can make 400 kilometers per one charge, I think it could be practical for Sri Lanka. Even in one side, like there should be charging points here and there, but 400 is a very practical distance.
If like Sri Lanka can provide charging stations in the main cities, like for example Sri Lanka, like Colombo, Kurunegala, Galle, in those main cities, then we can go on a road trip without any issues. For that, so we'll have to then purchase expensive electric cars, because expensive ones only have the good range. So if we buy Leafs, they don't have that much of range, and I don't think the Indian vehicle manufacturers will be able to build vehicles with long range at a low cost. So that also will be expensive. So let's see.
Most probably, so it could make it, even though they made it for 400 kilometers. In the first month, it will be 400 kilometers. The second month
will be out.
So after 1 year, it only does 100 kilometers.
So I haven't seen any documentaries or any documentations or any videos on the wear of Tesla batteries or any electric vehicles in general. Have you seen them? Like
yes.
How much miles were lost down the period of using? I think Teslas have been out for 4 or 5 years, right? More than that, I think.
Yes. So even the car is showing the reduced amount, I guess.
The estimation is showing the reduced amount, right?
Not the Tesla, but some in other EV vehicles. I have seen the batteries. They are saying 1 million cycles. Likewise, the very high number of cycles and the capacity. And according to the numbers, it will survive more than 10 years without any issue.
Yeah, that's about the vehicle. So the only thing I want to see is how Sri Lanka will handle that. Let's see.
That's definitely will be a surprise. So we have to wait.
So 2060 is not that much far. So let's see.
20.
So it's 2020 now. 2022.
We'll see.
So I think the audience might be a little bit confused because this is not a normal episode recording that we did in the past episode. So we thought of
I think we have sacrificed the whole episode for electric vehicles.
We had few topics to talk on related to the IT industry and being a software engineer, but Isuru brought up this EV topic and we talked on it for an hour now. I think we should it's better if we can wind up this episode and start the next episode on IT industry, focus on one topic in the IT industry as usual. Yeah, I think it's time for us to wind up.
We can wind up for today, right?
Yeah, we can wind up.
Okay, so thank you everyone. Thank you for listening. So definitely we will share this on YouTube as well. You can comment it if you have anything.
And also, like,
So-
we don't have that much of knowledge in EV because we just talk on the stuff that we have seen on YouTube and other
YouTube.
websites. So it's like, if you have anything to add on it, and if any like company in Sri Lanka is also developing and working on these projects, so add them as a comment, and we'll look into them and talk on them in the next episodes. So yeah, we will wind up and see you the next
Okay.
week. Okay, bye.
So thank you, Samadhu. Thank you, everyone.